Lads, ladettes, brethren, hello! I am back here again today. I wanted to film this video because I've been thinking about this kind of question for the longest time, asking myself this question for the longest time, and yeah, I just want to discuss it with you guys. The question is, am I too Western for Chinese guys? And the short answer is yes. But don't let that scare you. It's not going to be too negative of a video. It's just going to be kind of my thoughts and feelings about my foreign ways, my foreign ideas, and how they play a part in how I date, and how potentially it is stopping me from finding a Chinese guy that I get on with. So the main thing for me is that I think I'm too standoffish. I'm too outspoken, and although many Chinese women I've met are very outspoken, I call out the bullshit, which I think a lot of Chinese men don't like. Like, for example, if they say, oh, you're too fat, you need to lose weight to be attractive, I just send them back saying, you know, that's incredibly rude, and plenty of people have liked me based on just my picture, so but they don't like that. So I think maybe I'm too forward in my critiques of the questions they ask. Like if someone says to me, do you think Chinese men have small penis? I just kind of say, that's a really uncomfortable question, and you're asking me to speak for my whole country. Like, do all foreign women think Chinese men have? And I also haven't seen every Chinese, so I can't really comment. So yeah, that's the first thing. I'm way too standoffish, but I think I can't stop that. If someone calls me fat, I have to respond, and I know that's really bad and something I have to deal with myself, but I can't right now. That is something that I cannot stop. In a way though, although I think I am too Western for a Chinese guy, in a way I'm not Western enough in the way that they think is Western. So I think many Chinese men think that Western women are like these empowered boss babes who want to jump into bed with an attractive guy and have friends with benefits and just live their best life. But for me, I think I'm far more similar to the girls that they know, that I just want to find a nice boyfriend and have good friends and have a good life and, you know, be creative and, you know, just have a good experience. And I think to them that isn't what they've seen in movies, so they don't like that. But on a clear thing, obviously my Chinese is not good enough to just speak in Chinese, so in that way I am definitely too Western and too English for a Chinese boy, because the level of English, especially in my city, is very, very low. So yeah, that can be super difficult. But in other ways, like when Chinese, it's not uncommon for a Chinese boy to message me and say, oh, are you gonna stay in China forever? Are you gonna marry a Chinese boy? Are you gonna, you know, buy a house in China? Are you gonna do this in China? Are you gonna stay in China? Are you gonna blah, 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 blah? And my Western mind is like, I can't see the future. All that I know is in October I will sign a new contract, which means I will be in China for at least 1 more year, and then when it comes to maybe next July, I will look again and see if I want to stay in China for another year, and so on and so forth. Life is not so determined, and yeah, of course, if I met the right boy, I would marry a Chinese man, but so far I have not met the right boy, so it's in the same way. If I met the right boy from, you know, South Africa, or I met the right boy from Italy, or if I met the right boy from America, it doesn't matter as long as it's the right person, you know? Just waiting for the right person. But I do think, yeah, and it's frustrating to me, because why should I have to put up with being called a pig? Like, I literally just put up a picture of myself in the sun being all glowy and smiling, and someone put hello pig, and I'm like, why should I have to put up with that? Why should I have to put up with, you know, people constantly asking me, you know, do you just have sex with loads of men? Do you just want to have sex? Do you just want to do you just want to that? I'm 21 years old. I don't know what I want to do with my future necessarily. I don't know. I can't answer your questions. I can't answer for the whole of my country. And it is a real point of frustration for me, you can probably tell. But I won't change myself. That's the kind of point of this video, I think. I don't want to change myself. I'm just explaining the kind of things that I've seen that, you know, Chinese boys, they don't seem to like, that is kind of stereotypically Western things. Also, like really good communication, like trying to talk about things that I think is quite a Western idea. They don't want to do it. Like if you say like, oh, you know, I'm moving to this new city that you live in a few months, can we talk and be friends so that we can meet when I come there? And they just say like, sure, and then never message you again, because if you're not there now, they're not patient enough to like wait for you. I hope that makes sense. It's just frustrating because I feel like cultural differences are always going to be a problem in an interracial relationship. I've had interracial relationships before where cultural differences have been an issue, but you work past them together. And I think it's just difficult because obviously I am in China, and I think some Chinese boys just expect you to completely change for them, and there's no compromise, no pull in their direction. And that's really hard. It's really hard because I'm stubborn. I'm so stubborn. If I see some bullshit, I'm going to call it out. If you say something that I think is inappropriate, I'm going to tell you. If you know, it's difficult, and some things I just don't understand, and I'll admit that. There are some things about Chinese people that I don't understand, and no matter how long I stay in China, I don't think I will understand them. And I'm sure that it is the same for Chinese people. There are some things about me and Western people that they will never understand. No matter how long they know a Western person, no matter how long they live in another country, they will never understand. And at the moment, from where I sit, it just seems so difficult to bridge the gap. But I have to remain hopeful. That is the kind of departing message. I have to stay hopeful and hope that there is someone out there, wherever they're from, who I can bridge the gap with and I can live a good life with, because that's all I want. Like, I have a body of a 21-year-old and the mind of a 40-year-old, I'm sure. It's difficult. I just want to have a good life with a good job and a good man and my cat, and it just seems a little difficult at the moment. And life is difficult at the moment, of course, but must remain hopeful. Good things are coming in my life soon, and I'm so excited. And hopefully, maybe with a change of location, I can find someone who I can bridge the gap with, or not, and carry on doing things I like doing, like sewing dresses and writing books and everything. So yeah, but I'm sure over time, I've been in China maybe 7 months now, and those are the differences I can tell from like a small northern city in China where, you know, sometimes I'm the first foreigner people have seen. So yeah, maybe it's different in the south. I'll let you know when I get there. So please hit the subscribe button if you like to hear me ramble. I really do want to make more kind of observational videos about China and what's kind of going on in China and how I feel and everything. So definitely stay tuned for those. Leave a comment of how you feel if you're in an interracial relationship, or if you aspire to be in an interracial relationship, what challenges you faced, because I'd be super interested to know, because it just seems like a bit of a minefield at the moment. So yeah, and until next time, I hope everyone is staying super safe. I hope everyone is staying indoors and taking the quarantine seriously, and yeah, is staying safe and is well. I hope everyone is good and keeping yourself and entertaining quarantine in whichever way you can. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and DM me if you'd like to have a chat about anything. I'm always happy to answer my DMs. And yeah, I'll see you next week for another video.